superstars in WWE are paid a really good amount of money to do their thing in the ring. However, even the top-tier athletes have, from time to time, hit rock bottom financially. I'm Emily May, and these are 5 WWE stars who once went broke. Lex Luger had a tough time when he left WWE, especially in 2001 when the company bought WCW where he worked. To make matters worse, he was later let go by WWE. Luger's personal life, which was already unfortunately a mess by the time due to drug use, became worse after his live-in girlfriend at the time, Miss Elizabeth, died in 2003. In the same year, he was arrested 3 times and had to pay huge amounts for his bail as bonds to get out of jail, leaving him broke. Tragedy struck the total package once again in 2007 when a spinal stroke left him paralyzed from the neck down. In 2011, Luger helped WWE refine their wellness program. He currently leads a clean and sober life. Batista is currently one of the biggest names in Hollywood, but even he went broke at one point in his life. It may be hard to even believe this, but this happened when the Animal left WWE in 2010. In an interview at the 2019 Denver Pop Culture Convention, Batista revealed that after he left the company, he lost everything within 8 months. Fortunately, the former multi-time WWE World Champion was able to turn his life around, where he bagged the role of Drax in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy franchise in 2014. Since then, he's been dominating Hollywood and returned to WWE on 2 separate occasions, until he finally retired from wrestling at WrestleMania 35. Ric Flair is one of the most decorated wrestlers in the history of this fine sport. While he's styled and profiled on our television screens during his WWE tenure, the Nature Boy was not without controversy. Flair had married and divorced 4 women in his life, which took a toll on his financials. Then in 2008, Ric Flair financed a business of his went bankrupt. Ric revealed on the Stone Cold podcast in 2016 that Vince McMahon had actually helped Flair at the time by loaning him $800,000. The Nature Boy is currently living his best life after going through some health problems. Even though he left WWE again in 2021, you never know when he might show up again. While newer fans will probably recognize Joey Mercury as part of Seth Rollins' J&J Security alongside Jamie Noble, older fans may remember him as part of Eminem along with John Morrison and Melina. At the 2006 Armageddon Premium Live event, Mercury broke his nose and orbital bone when he was struck in the face with a ladder during a fatal 4-way ladder match. Mercury underwent surgery from the injury and was out of commission for a while. He became heavily dependent on drugs and painkillers at this time, and Vince McMahon unfortunately had to let him go after his drug addiction became unsustainable. The former tag team champion soon went broke and almost had his house foreclosed. CM Punk helped Mercury out during this really tough time by buying the mortgage on his house for him. These events compelled Mercury to turn sober, and eventually he returned to WWE in 2010, where he stayed until 2017 and held various positions. Whether you knew him as Scott Hall or Razor Ramon, the bad guy made it cool to support the heels. He moved to WCW with buddy Kevin Nash in 1996 when WWE didn't match up to WCW's contracts. The turn of the century saw him return to WWE for a short stint before things started to get really messed up for him. His drug abuse was getting more dangerous with each passing year. He barely was able to make ends meet and wasted it on drugs and alcohol. Hall eventually became sober and due to DDP's help before returning to WWE in 2014 when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. On March 12, 2022, Hall suffered 3 heart attacks for which he was put on life support. A few days later, on March 14th, Hall left the world after he was taken off life support amongst family and friends. Rest in peace, bad guy.